State Department because they are directly responsible for the vile and relentless violence against our people in Gaza and all of Palestine.
The pro-Palestinian crowd want to complain about Israel shutting off their water and electricity. But if Palestine is such a sovereign nation as they like to claim, why don't they build their own infrastructure instead of relying on a nation they want to wipe off the map? Plus, it doesn't help that Hamas has and reportedly continues to use EU-funded plumbing tubes or water pipes and convert them into rockets. This practice has been cited within the last 6 months by multiple outlets, including The Telegraph, CNN, The Week, The Times of India, and Reuters. The speaker talks about the reported missile strike on a hospital in Gaza that many media outlets claimed killed over 500 people.
As for the attack on Al-Ahli Hospital in Gaza, the missile was an American Mk-84. Only American missiles are capable of that death toll and level of destruction with one single strike.
While still very tragic, U.S. intelligence says the death toll is anywhere from 100 to 300 killed. White House National Security Council spokesperson Adrian Watson said in a tweet on October 18th, quote, "While we continue to collect information, our current assessment, based on analysis of overhead imagery, intercepts, and open source information, is that Israel is not responsible for the explosion at the hospital in Gaza yesterday," unquote. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that their quote-unquote intelligence experts noted that the incident at the hospital was, quote, likely caused by a missile or part of one fired from within Gaza towards Israel, unquote. And Israel Defense Forces tweeted that, quote, according to intelligence information from a number of sources we have, Islamic Jihad terrorist organization is responsible for the failed rocket launch that hit the hospital, unquote. The extremist speaker then blames the U.S. and Israel for the violent massacre of Palestinians, but didn't once acknowledge the Hamas terrorist attack that sparked the entire current conflict.
Israel and the United States are the sole responsible culprits of this massacre. There can be no more debate on the violent and racist nature of Zionism, or the fact that Israel has been attempting to carry out a genocide against our people for the last 75 years.
The October 7th Hamas terrorist attack on Israel came from the ground and the sky with the aid of parachutists who descended upon a music festival. The attack included the raping of women and the beheading of dozens of children, including babies. Reportedly, the attack has claimed the lives of over 1,400 people, with many more still missing. Pro-Palestinian activists in defense of the actions of Hamas have been recorded ripping down flyers in Europe and the U.S. of those missing persons.
Biden wants to send a $100 billion aid package for Israel and Ukraine. Billions of dollars for endless wars of aggression. American taxpayers fund the military technology and weapons that massacre our Palestinians and our people.
The activist speaking is neglecting to tell you of the aid that the U.S. has recently given to Palestine because she wants funding to stop going to Israel but keep coming into the Palestinians' coffers. While the U.S. does provide more monetary aid to Israel than Palestine, don't let this woman fool you. Palestine gets its share of American taxpayer money too. How much money does Palestine get? Well, you know the same Department of State these activists are protesting in front of? This is according to that same department in a March 2022 fact sheet. Quote, since April 2021, the United States has provided over $500 million in assistance for the Palestinians, including more than $417 million in humanitarian assistance for Palestinian refugees through UNRWA, $75 million in support through USAID, and $20.5 million in COVID and Gaza recovery assistance. The U.S. government plans to provide an additional $75 million in economic assistance to the Palestinian people this year. Additionally, the United States is also providing $45 million for programs to support the security sector, including important improvements to the rule of law, unquote. And in just the last week, President Joe Biden announced that the U.S. will provide $100 million in humanitarian assistance for the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank. So there's also that.
The State Department has the ability to put on hold arms transfers in the name of human rights, but they refuse to do so. So we must make our voices heard. We must be loud and disrupt the day of the people sitting inside comfortably while Palestinians are being murdered in the thousands every single day.
She says that thousands of Palestinians are killed every single day. And while any amount of innocent lives lost is a tragedy, that claim just doesn't pan out. ABC News reported on October 22nd that more than 90 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza in the past 2 weeks, mainly in clashes with Israeli troops. Even if you actually trust the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza's claim that 4,300 Palestinians have been killed, because terrorists never embellish anything, that would mean 4,300 people were killed in a 2-week span, which translates into a little over 300 people killed a day. So her thousands of people killed every day claim falls flat.
Now, we have a message to deliver to the employees that are still in this building, to the employees that are carrying out war crimes from 9 to 5. To them we say, quit your job! Quit your job! Quit your job!
And if there's anyone good at knowing how to quit their jobs, it is activists.